Hey guys, I'm out here in my mini orchard where my peach trees, and these peaches here are ready to harvest. Got quite a few on there. Some of them have already fallen on the ground. I come out here every day and pick them up. They're still good to eat. If you leave them out there too long, they'll start to rot and the bugs will get to them. So I've been out here this morning already harvesting some of my peaches. Yeah, my basket here is a little overfilled. Well, I'm going to take that in the house and I'm going to get those processed and can them up. Alright, I'm back in the kitchen. I'm going to process these peaches. I got a pot here of boiling water. I'm going to put this in the boiling water for about a minute or so. That helps get the skin off. And I got cold water here to put the peaches in. And I got a pot here full with about a couple cups of water with some lemon juice. So once I slice the peaches up, I'm going to put them in there, and that'll keep it from turning brown. So let's go ahead and get some of these here in the boiling water and get this process going. All right, they've been there long enough. Again, get some of these taken out and put in that cold water. Yeah, skin just comes right off. And I like to cut it. See how the peach is kind of round, has a little divot right here, like a little line right here, a little line right here. If you cut it this way, you'd be cutting against the pit, and it makes the pit easier to come out. Just like that. I'm just going to cut them up in wedges. You can cut them up in any way you want. And then put these in my lemon juice water. If you got any bad spots like this one did, you just cut that off. You don't want any, obviously you don't want any bad spots in your canning. I'll do one more. That skin just comes right off from there. Alright. And that pit will just come right out. Cut them in wedges. And while you're descanning them and cutting them up and everything, you could put more peaches in your boiling water. So you just get this process, keeps rolling. Okay. All right, got the peaches all cut up, sitting in water and lemon juice. Again, big old pot full of it. Now I'm gonna make, I guess what they call a simple syrup. It's just basically water and sugar. But instead of getting fresh water off the tap, I'm just gonna use the water that's in this pot here with the peaches. So I'm gonna drain some of that water out and put it in this pot here and add some sugar to taste and warm it up so the sugar will melt. And once that's all done, we'll start canning them up. There you go. And I'm just going to add a little bit of sugar to it. Mix that in. Do a little taste test. I think I'll put a little bit more in there. Give that a little taste test. Okay, I think that's pretty good right there. I'll just bring that to a boil so all the sugars will get melted, and we'll start canning it. All right, guys, I'm got everything out here ready to can up my peaches. We're going to can them in the steam canner, and there's a little plate in here where you fill the water up too. I've got my simple syrup made. I've got my lids in here warm. My jars are clean. You're inside this oven, staying warm. There's my peaches. It's just water to clean the rims. My funnel, debubbler. All right, let's get this thing going. Give them a little shake to get them settled down. As you see, you can fit more in there. Okay, and you just want to leave like an inch head space, and that's usually this rib right here. All right, so fill it up with some simple syrup. All right, go ahead and debubble. Because if you don't debubble, that will leave air pockets in there, and your food could possibly start to decay and go bad on you. You want to make sure you debubble it and get all the air pockets out. And sometimes you're going to have to put more syrup in there because, like you see, it went down below the inch head space. So I'm going to give it a little bit more. Clean the rim. I'm just using plain warm water. Some people use vinegar, but I'm just using water because just in case I don't want that vinegar flavor in my peaches. All right. Get my lid. Just finger tight. Alright, you know what I'm doing, so I'm gonna get the rest of them canned up and I'll be right back. Alright, there you go. There's 2, 4, 6, 7 in the steam canner. And I got 3 more, so that's 10 quarts altogether I got off that tree so far. I'll steam these in a different pot in the old-fashioned way where you fill the whole pot up with water and boil it that way. Now on the steam canner, you put water inside here at about this level. It's got a lid. I don't know if you can see it on the dial here. There's a little green mark over here. We go off the middle green, and once that red dial reaches the middle green, that's when we start the time, and we're going to process these for 25 minutes. Okay, now I'm going to break out another pot and put these in and fill water and get these going. And when it's all said and done being processed, I'll come back and I'll show you what they look like. Okay, it's been 25 minutes, and then I turn the heat off and let it sit and cool for 10 minutes before I take the lid off. This one here has got another 5 more minutes of processing time. There you go. Fresh peaches from our orchard. All right. It's about 7 quarts out of the steam canner. You know, use water's up to here and looks like it's down to this level right now. As you can see, it uses a lot less water than this one. This is the traditional way where you fill the whole thing up with water an inch above your jars. This takes a lot longer to get it to boil. So the steam canner is a lot faster. It only has to boil that little bit of water so that you can start your processing time a lot sooner than this way. This way it takes a long time for it to boil in order to start your processing time. So this got probably about 4 minutes to go now. And once that's up, we'll turn the heat off and let this one cool down for about 10 minutes or so before we take the jars out. You probably don't need to see that. I got 3 quarts in there, so I got 10 quarts of fresh canned peaches from our orchard. This is one way we preserve our harvest. Yep, hope you enjoyed this video, and if you did, give it a thumbs up. And share it if you like, and if you haven't already subscribed, please do so. And I'll catch you guys on the next one. Bye.